Graffiti was born in New York in the late 1960s. It was born on subway trains. Taki was a messenger who went all around the city. While he did so, he would write his name with a marker wherever he went, at subway stations and in the insides and outsides of subway cars. Eventually, he became known all throughout the city as this mysterious figure. In 1971, he was interviewed for an article by the New York Times. Kids all over New York, realizing the fame that could be gained from tagging their names on subway cars, began to emulate Taki. The goal was to have one's name in as many places as possible, and kids competed against each other to get famous. The amount of graffiti on trains exploded. People do graffiti for many reasons. One, they are dared by their friends to do it. Two, some people think it's cool to do graffiti. 3, gangs can mark their territory with tagging their sign. 4, which is usually the reason, to express themselves. The last reason is that graffiti artists compete on who can do a graffiti piece on the most public space and not get caught. Then I went to see what people think about graffiti. I asked why they think people do graffiti. Would they rather have or not have graffiti in their city? And if they have ever done graffiti, why did they do it?
Well, multiple reasons. I think some people do it. Okay, tagging, a lot of people do it just so they say that they can. It gives you a sense of power. National graffiti art, people want to spend a lot of time on it. They think of the world as their canvas. People do it for a lot of different reasons.
Because they're bored. They're bored. Their life are miserable. That's why.
I think they do graffiti because we need to express themselves. You know what I mean? Creativity, you know, to express themselves.
To express themselves. It's a form of art, poetry.
For narcissistic reasons, you see, it is to feel bigger and stronger and more important and seen and heard, and to express themselves is all part of one thing, all right? And for competition and artistic purposes and for their ego, you know?
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to be seen. How can you be seen everywhere, especially if you are disempowered or disenfranchised? You put your name up everywhere, then you are seen. It's your own advertising for yourself.
I think they like to leave their mark in places and say, and know that that was where they were, sort of claiming territory.
Yeah, what are you writing?
Have graffiti?
Yeah.
No, not on business walls. No way.
I'll come up with something.
Okay.
This is a place and a time for graffiti. If they got a wall that's empty that needs to be painted, then it's okay to write graffiti on it. That way they'll paint the place. Paint it over.
I would have graffiti in the city because it makes it like more urban, more dead, more art.
I think we should have it everywhere, every building.
I would rather have one without graffiti.
I appreciate murals and graffiti that really means something, you know, but stuff like that that's on the green board over there, you know.
Yeah?
Like that right there, you zoom in on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that stuff. Now that stuff, I could do without that stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like graffiti, like murals of Mac Dre everywhere and Aaliyah and stuff like that. Now that rock, you know what I'm saying? But stuff like that, nah, cool. You know what I'm saying? We could do without that. But little graffiti on the benches and stuff, I used to do graffiti and tag a long time ago.
Rebellion.
What do you write?
Naughty words mostly.
Well, actually, I did it for school projects. We were decorating a wall, and they wanted a mural on it, so I decided to help them out and paint it a little bit. I did it because I wanted to help let people know that you can do art and you can promote art as an art form.
Why? Just to put a name out for myself. You know what I'm saying? So people can know actually like who I am without knowing me. You know?